Welcome to Conversations. I'm your host, Mel McKay. On today's program, I'm joined by Justin Bauer from Visit Tri-Valley, Lori Taylor from the Livermore Lab Foundation, and joining me right now is Mary Hekl, CEO of Hively. Thank you for being here, Mary.
Thank you for asking me to be here.
Our pleasure. Now, Hively is celebrating 50 years of community impact.
Yes.
For those who aren't familiar with Hively, tell us what you do.
Yes, so Hively has been serving our entire community for 50 years. Started in the Tri-Valley in a little garage in Livermore, if you can believe it. I feel like we're like the Google story of nonprofits.
Love it.
But what we do is we help families thrive. Our main way we do this is through childcare subsidies that we deliver to income eligible families. We also have mental health services, outpatient therapy, and we have family resource centers. So things like donated clothes, donated books, diapers through a partnership with supplybank.org, all in one place so that families can have a one-stop shop for their vital family needs.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Yeah. So let's chat about the celebration you had. I'm going to guess it had something to do with your 50th anniversary.
It did. We have two celebrations this year. The first one was a community event over in Amador Park, and we invited about 200 of our families to come celebrate with us. We had tables with various partners throughout the community. We had entertainment, so things like book readings and puppet shows and huge bubbles. And then we had celebrations, so food and cake. But it was really a way for our community to connect with each other and ourselves and some of the resources we have in the community. We also had our mascot there, Honey the Hively Bee, who was entertaining children. And it was just a beautiful celebration of joy and connection. It was great.
Oh, wonderful. Well,
yes.
Thank you for 50 years of service.
Yes, thank you.
So how many people in the Tri-Valley do you estimate that you serve?
So about 4,000.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot, in various ways. So another thing that we do specifically in the Tri-Valley is help any new family access childcare. So whether you want to talk about options, it's really confusing, when you first have a child. Do I want family childcare? Do I want a center? Do I want to go with a nanny to start with? So really talk about options and where there are available spaces. We also have a lot of people come to our family resource that I mentioned, and also the child care subsidies. So it's 4,000 people with various services.
Wow. Is that number increasing as the years go on?
It is. It's increasing for a variety of reasons. And one, the need is so great, right? So there's just the need expands, and so we have the services expand with it. And also we find different ways to help the community. So for example, now we can enroll any community member in Covered California, which is the insurance option.
Awesome.
We also enroll CalFresh. And so as we kind of see the different needs in the community, we try to find funding and programs so that we can have even more impact.
Yeah, and when you see certain things go up when you're on a really tight budget, so fuel prices go up and they're like, oh my gosh, now where's my diapers?
Yes, exactly.
So that's where Hively steps in. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So give us an overview of some of the services. I know you mentioned a few in the beginning, but let's dive a little bit more into the services.
Sure. So as I mentioned, the biggest one is childcare subsidies. And for an income eligible family, we can actually pay for most, if not all, their childcare costs. Imagine the life-changing aspect of that, because it is so expensive.
Yes.
And so that's one way we help the community. The other is, like I said, connecting families to various resources and where there's openings. So we work with childcare providers. It's the supply and the demand, right? Huge demand needs a huge supply. So we work with the childcare providers to either open up maybe family home childcare center or expand. And then once they have their openings, then we work with the families who also have a big need. And we kind of are the connector of the supply and demand within the Tri-Valley. And also the mental health services, the one-on-one therapy. The biggest you mentioned the gas prices, right? So one of the things we have is the Mobile Family Resource Center. We call it the Hive on Wheels.
I love it.
And so it's this big, I'm sure people have seen it because it like stands out.
Yes, it's
like
so cute.
Yellow and big.
I love it.
And the idea is that instead of asking families to know about us and get to us, because it takes time, time and dollars, we go into the community. So we find the families where there are, either to introduce ourselves or make another connection. We bring all the goodness of the Family Resource Center to them. So we bring the diapers, the clothes, the books, the fun, the connection to the services. We get their information and go back and help them. And so it's really just a way to be in the community as deeply as we can.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that so much. I see the van all the time.
Do you?
But
Oh,
it's
good.
so cute
Okay.
that it goes around and makes stops.
Yes,
I love it so
does.
much. We're going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere. Mary's going to tell us more about Hively right after this. Welcome back to Conversations. I'm your host, Mel McKay. I've been speaking with Mary Hekl, CEO at Hively, about the services they provide. So we've mentioned mental health.
Yes.
It has been a hot topic that has become larger discussed past COVID because we went through so much with the lockdown and everything, and it makes it basically shine a light more on mental health services, which should have been done ages ago.
Yes.
So tell us about the mental health counseling that Hively provides.
Yes, so you mentioned, I'm so glad that we're having more conversations about mental health because the need is increasing and it's been overlooked for so long. And so our primary service is outpatient therapy, one-on-one therapy. We primarily serve the Medi-Cal population, so whether through the county or through Alameda Alliance, which is kind of the HMO of Medi-Cal. And so we provide those services. We also do case management, so connecting them to other ways we can support their overall emotional health. The great thing about Hively, the other thing is we are a training arm of the therapist workforce. And so we have every year about 14 trainees who are getting their masters in mental health. They need a practicum for the whole year. They come to Hively, they work with clients, they get direct supervision, they learn from each other, and then I'm happy to say that a lot of them stay on and become associates and then full therapists. We have one person who's now a supervisor, and so we really think there's a great need for more therapists, and that starts with the training, and so we are also really actively adding to the workforce to provide those really well-trained therapists for the future.
Wow, there's something for everybody at
Yes,
Hively, isn't
there is.
there? Now we do have quite a diverse community when it comes to our members.
Yes.
Are some of your staff bilingual to help fill those needs?
They are. Actually, 50% of our staff speaks another language, 24 different languages we have, and 30%, thank you, 30% speak Spanish fluently. And so if we really are able to talk to the community in their chosen language, which actually builds trust and connection and communication. And if we can't speak with them, if we don't have a language, we have a language line that we can also effectively communicate. So everyone's welcome at Hively, and we can communicate in whatever language is needed.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. So let's talk about Hively and how it's funded.
Yes.
And I imagine every nonprofit in the world needs donations.
We do.
So let's talk funding first.
Yes, so let's talk of funding. We do have contracts with the state of California and Alameda County and with city governments like Pleasanton, Livermore, and Dublin. They fund specific things, so which is great, right? So our child care subsidies, they fund those in the work we do, mental health, we bill Medi-Cal, and so that's kind of all, taken care of. But the extras we do for the community, which we think also is just as important, like our family resource centers and our Hive on Wheels, does rely primarily on private donations.
Okay, so let's get those donations coming.
Yes.
Individuals, corporations,
Yes.
Girl Scout troops,
Yes.
any way that somebody wants to fundraise for Hively, you will accept.
Yes, we'll accept. I mean, it's true. It will accept in-kind donations. So things like used clothes and books, and we have had groups do drives for us. We also have a really unique thing to partner with our corporate partners. We have a lot of stuff. So we have teams come in for team buildings and do donation sorting and diaper unpacking. And so it's not only a great way for to give to the community, but it's also a team building bonding event. And then we do accept dollars because the stuff is good, but we need staff to actually get the stuff out there and gas for the Hive on Wheels and all those things. So individual donations are really important as well as corporate sponsorships and such. Yeah.
Perfect. And of course, fundraising. You've got a fundraiser coming up in October. Let's chat about that event.
I am so excited about this. So it is October 9th, Friday, October 9th at the Shannon Community Center in Dublin, well located because we do serve all of Alameda County. So we're looking for anyone to join. It will be both a celebration of 50 years, so we'll be looking back and hearing some of the great impact stories we've had, but also looking to the future. What else is Hively going to do in the next 50 years? Because the need is great and we want to have that impact. So it'll be a gala fundraiser. We have actually dueling pianos, so it's going to be so fun because it should be joyous and fun. And I'm just waiting for someone to bid on, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands and have
I love
hundreds of adults or head, shoulders, knees, and toes. That's what I'm going to request. So yeah, it'll be great.
That is amazing.
Yes.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
So where should our viewers go to donate, learn more about the October event and all of the resources that Hively has to offer?
Yes, so the big one is our website, behively.org, and it's behively.org.
You were going to make me think BEE.
I know.
Thanks for
Hively,
clarifying.
Yes, and so hopefully we can, send it out there as well. That is the place to go.
Perfect. Mary, thank you so much for all you do at Hively.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to take a short break, but stay with us. We'll be right back with Lori Taylor right here on Conversations in just a moment. Welcome back. The Lawrence Livermore National Lab was established in 1952 right in our own backyard. Research includes nuclear energy, climate change, medical advances, and even creating fusion. Here to tell us more is Lori Taylor from the Livermore Lab Foundation. Welcome, Lori.
Thank you so much for having me here today, Mel.
Such a pleasure. So give us a brief overview of what the Lawrence Livermore National Lab is before we dive into the foundation.
Sure. So the Livermore Lab is one of 17 national laboratories in the country, and we are so lucky to have them in our backyard. It is a world-class research institution. It employs nearly 10,000 people, and it is just a fount of information and research that really helps solve today's most pressing security problems.
We love that. So fast forward to 2015, senior leaders from the Lawrence Livermore National Lab and the University of California met, and they said, hey, why don't we put together a 501c3, an independent foundation? And now we have the Livermore Lab Foundation. How does the work with the lab, and what is the mission of the foundation?
Sure. So 10 years ago, these visionary leaders had the idea of how can we harness philanthropic money to help amplify the research from the Livermore Lab. And so they got together and started brainstorming and decided to do an independent 501c3 and to really try to compete for philanthropic donations, grants, other partnerships in a way that could really build on the mission-focused research that's happening at the lab. And we were truly fortunate in that University of California is so committed to this. Yes. They funded us with enough money to cover our administrative costs, and so all of the money we raise goes to programs.
That's amazing. So what do the dollars raised support? We just said the programs, but there's a lot that goes into the programs, recruiting the students, getting the teachers. How are we using those funds?
Sure. So I'll touch on a few highlights for you. So people know about our fellowship program, and we're so fortunate. We've had 170 fellows over the past 10 years, and it really makes a difference in these students' lives and creates a STEM pipeline for future researchers at the lab. But in addition to that, we've also been able to work on funding research, partnerships, community education, so a lot of different types of activities. So we're more than just fellowships.
I love it. So what are some of the areas that the students will get to study with their mentors?
Sure. So it varies widely. They have data science, bioscience, high energy density physics. I mean, I know there's just, it's a whole
This is
gamut.
Big Bang Theory stuff.
Totally. And if you look at our website, you'll see our fellows. They're listed with their study areas. And it is an impressive group of young people that are supported by the mentors at the lab who really go out of their way to make sure they have access to the tools to really build their education.
Yeah, and fellowships are so important when it comes to like your education and furthering your career. And the fact that you guys do fellowships with the Lawrence Livermore Lab Foundation is just absolutely amazing, because that can make or break somebody's career. I imagine you get a lot of applications for your fellowships.
We do get a lot of applications, and I encourage anyone watching, if they know a young person in their life who's interested in science, to look, because we have a variety of students from coast to coast. And we have, mostly it's emerging juniors and emerging seniors, but we even have some high school students who are going to college who compete for internships. And so it's a really great opportunity for young people to get their foot in the door and start a career in science.
I love it. I love it. So many things we can do in the STEM field now.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. So who is the fellowship program open to, and how would students apply?
Sure. So
I didn't want to make you scared about applying.
Yeah.
There's competition, but you still got to apply.
Yeah, it's an easy process. So students would be looking on our website come in the fall. Applications are due in mid-January. Like I mentioned briefly, we have a lot of sophomores who are applying for their junior year, and we have juniors applying for their senior year, as well as some high school freshmen who've been admitted into college who are applying. So I urge students to take a look at our website come mid-November, and definitely, toss their hat in the ring and see if maybe they're selected.
Exactly. Just try. Go for it. Now, you have a fundraiser that's coming up in August. Tell us all about that.
Well, we're super excited. It's our first decade of impact, and what we're doing is every summer we have a summer showcase where we highlight the research of our students, and it's great. They come with their posters, they talk one-on-one about their research, and it's so impressive to see what they have learned and also what they've produced over the course of their internship. The event's going to be at the Gray Winery on August 5th. It starts off with this summer showcase, so it's a reception with these students, and then we have a sit-down dinner plan. It's going to be a beautiful evening, and it's a really a great chance for people who are just champions of science. So you don't have to be a lab retiree. You don't have to, work at the lab. You can just be someone who's interested in science, who wants to come out and see these, great young minds talk about their research.
I love it. So where do we go for more information about the event, the fellowships, everything that Livermore Lab Foundation has to offer?
Yeah, please check out our website. We have a newsletter. We would love to have more science champions find out about us. We have opportunities to volunteer, but we do have community events and different things, so we would love to have your viewers come join us.
And what is that web address?
It's livermorelabfoundation.org.
Perfect, easy.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to take a short break, but when we come back, Justin Bauer will join us with an update about all that's going on in the Tri-Valley. Welcome back. My next guest is here to let you know all about the restaurants, sports, entertainment, shopping, events, wineries, and breweries in the Tri-Valley. Justin Bauer is Community Relations Manager for Visit Tri-Valley. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you so much.
So good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So for those who don't know who Visit Tri-Valley is, tell us a bit about the organization.
Sure. So we are a nonprofit, a 501c6, and our main goal is to put heads in beds. So filling up the Tri-Valley hotels, whether you're in town for a convention, a conference, a sporting tournament, or here for leisurely travel, maybe you're here for a wedding. But we want you to come spend the night and explore what the Tri-Valley has to offer.
Oh, so much to offer. Now, it is important to get the word out about the terrific wines we help sustain our local wineries. How does the Visit Tri-Valley promote Livermore wineries to out-of-towners?
Sure. Well, we do promote that we are the oldest California wine region.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So not only that, but the wineries are also they're always evolving with the times. So they are trying to come out with some Cab Franc. So if you want Cab Franc, we're promoting Cab Franc. Come and have it. They just did Cab Francapalooza. We as a team are going down to Santa Barbara at the California Wine Festival. So we'll be pouring all for those down there, exploring some wineries and just to try them out and come up. And you're going to have to spend the night to come up and try one of our 50 tasting rooms.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Now, you recently had a terrific event. Tell us about the Twist Weekend.
Sure. So Tri-Valley Twist, it was inaugural this year, June 5th through 7th. It was 30 events over 3 days. So you definitely would have had to spend the night to come out and try at least 2 or 3 of them. We were able to sponsor Palette, which happened at the Bankhead
Loved
Theater.
it.
It was awesome. So we got video footage of the chefs pulling a knife, and on that knife was a certain color, and they had to make a dish with that color being the prime. So Lana Tai was there, Posada. Lana Tai won. They were green, and so they made this really cool Thai taco that was very green with Thai chilies and some cilantro. So it was very cool, very unique. We're going to bring it back next year.
Good.
So mark your calendars, first weekend of June. Like I said, 30 events. Downtown Pleasanton Downtown was closed for Country Fest and Hot Rod Row. Stuff in Dublin with Weekend Wonders. So it was quite the event. It was quite the weekend.
I love it. You do good stuff when your sister who lives in Vegas goes, I got to come out more. You guys have a lot of great events.
Yeah.
So depending on your taste and age, we have a couple of non-traditional trails to follow this summer. Tell us about those, Justin.
Sure. So we have the Tri-Valley Beer Trail, which we do encourage those because we do have some stops on there that are restaurants that are family friendly.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so it's we have there's Altamont, Rivers End, but Danville Brew, they have a restaurant that is family friendly. First Street Ale House, the Hop Yard here in Pleasanton. So you can definitely explore the Tri-Valley Beer Trail with your family, or if you just want to go and hang out with some friends, that's all that's more than okay. And then we also have our ice cream trail. So that's even better for the kids. Our caffeine trail and an arts and culture trail. And with these digital passports, you can collect points for every stop that you go to. So it uses your location. So you take out your digital passport, you check in, that's 10 points. And once you get to 50 points, that's when you can collect your prize. So you drink beer, you're drinking your coffee, you're eating some ice cream, and you're going to get prizes for that. So you can get an ice cream scoop, a coffee mug. Our beer trail has some t-shirts, a pint glass, a hat. And then if you go to over 15 stops, you can get yourself a growler.
Oh, that's cool.
So explore something new, try to find something cool, or if you have friends coming in from out of town, go take them out and hit the trails.
I love that so much. I'm sure Meadowlark's Livermore location as
Yes.
well as Pleasanton
Yes.
is on that ice cream.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotta love that. So let's talk about our best friends, dogs. Where can we go to find about dog-friendly places on your site? Because it's like hard as a pet parent. I want to take my dog with me everywhere I go, but I also don't want to be that person that's like, hey, dogs aren't allowed here, lady.
Well, we love our dogs, right? So on our website, visit trivalley.com. Under the things to do, that's where you'll find more information about the beer trail and all the other trails. You'll find our events page, and then you'll also find a dog-friendly page.
Good.
So it'll list our dog-friendly wineries, our dog-friendly restaurants, our dog-friendly hotels, right? So when you are coming and you're looking to book a room, you definitely want to find one that allows pets, and then where to take them. And then our dog-friendly trails, because there are plenty of places to go and explore outside, take them out and go on the ridge or go on Dublin Hills and stuff. Lake Del Val is a great place to take your dog, right? And then go to Hop Divine, which has a great patio. So there are plenty of great options, to take your dog.
Oh, I love this so much. So let's talk about the summer scene before we have to wrap up. There's a lot that happens in summer in the Tri-Valley. What kind of events are we promoting for our summer scene?
Sure. Well, there's always the fair, of course, right? And then we've got plenty of stuff coming up. There's Shakespeare in the Vineyard over at Darcy Kent. The Wave is open in Dublin, so it's a great place to cool off on those hot summer days. They got a splash pad, so that's even perfect for your whole family. I have an 18-month-old. We just took her. She loves the splash pad.
Oh, it's so cute.
So and then they have the water slides there. So a great place to cool off. Lake Del Val, go outside, go paddleboarding, and all that other good stuff.
I love it. Well, I understand you're working on a new music video to promote the Tri-Valley, and I hope next time you're on the show, you'll share that with us.
I certainly will.
Awesome. Justin, thank you so much for being here and telling us all about Visit Tri-Valley.
Of course, thanks.
Well, that'll do it for this edition of Conversations. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. If you did, please visit us at facebook.com/tv30.org and click that like button. From all of us here at Conversations, I'm Mel McKay. Thanks for joining us.